not take a financial stake in every one of those lawsuits so that what you do as secretary will also benefit you financially down the line?
I'll comply with all the ethical guidelines.
That's not the question. You have said
you're asking me, Senator, you're asking me not to sue pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Look, no one should be fooled here. As Secretary of HHS, Robert Kennedy will have the power to undercut vaccines and vaccine manufacturing across our country.
Welcome back to the show. So it looks like Senator Pocahontas Warren here is absolutely melting down, and she's afraid, and rightfully so. The reason why she's afraid, and she's going to go off and list a multitude of reasons here, but if you listen to her, she's basically describing every single thing the Democrats did during the last 4 years by forcing the vaccine down everyone's throats or into their arms, whatever you want to call it. But that's the point here, right? She knows all the games because she's the one who was part of playing all those games. So now they're trying to accuse RFK of doing it, and they're actually preemptively trying to get him to agree to not do it, okay? Not do the things they were doing. So let's go ahead and listen to this. It's absolutely gold.
You just said that you want the American people to know you can't be bought. Your decisions won't depend on how much money you could make in the future. You won't go to work for a drug company after you leave HHS. But you and I both know there's another way to make money. So, Mr. Kennedy, will you also agree that you won't take any compensation from any lawsuits against drug companies while you are secretary and for 4 years afterwards?
Well, I'll certainly commit to that while I'm secretary. But I do want to clarify something because you're making me sound like a shill. I put together that case. I did the Science Day presentation to the judge on that case to get it into court.
Mr. Kennedy, it's just a really simple question. You've taken in $2.5 million. I want to know if you will commit right now that not only will you not go to work for drug companies, you won't go to work suing the drug companies and taking your weight out of that while you're a secretary and for 4 years after. It's just
why?
I'll commit to not taking any fees from drug companies while I'm secretary.
No, I'm asking about fees from suing drug companies. Will you agree not to do that?
You're asking me to not sue drug companies, and I'm not going to agree to that,
Senator.
Senator.
Drug companies as much as you want.
Yeah, I'm not going to agree to not sue drug companies or anybody.
So
that's the fear in their hearts right now that you're hearing talk through Pocahontas's face. She knows everything. She goes, yeah, you and I both know. But the reason why she's so concerned about it is because she knows how effective it is because she's done it. Personally, I feel like I have zero problems with RFK going after all the drug companies, sue them to oblivion, absolutely mercilessly, just wrecking ball to the whole thing. I got zero compassion for them. And 100%, I don't care if RFK gets rich off of doing that. Hell yeah, it doesn't bother me. The point here is that he removes the threat, which are these pharma companies that are, ending our lives slowly but surely. She continues to melt down. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Let's do a quick count here of how, as Secretary of HHS, if you get confirmed, you could influence every one of those lawsuits. Well, let me start the list. You could publish your anti-vaccine conspiracies, but this time on U.S. government letterhead,
like you guys did.
The jury might be impressed by. You could appoint people
I don't
to the
understand
CDC vaccine panel who share your anti-vax views and let them do your dirty work.
Yeah, like you guys did. You guys created your own panels and you silenced all of the other scientists out there that were against the vaccine. So this isn't something exclusive. If he ends up doing it, good for him. Absolutely agree with it. This is just comeuppance. And, the Dems definitely, they have it coming. They have it coming. So the funny thing is, though, she's literally trying to hold him to standards that she didn't hold themselves to. She didn't hold the Democrats to.
You could tell the CDC vaccine panel to remove a particular vaccine from the vaccine schedule. You could remove vaccines from special compensation programs, which would open up manufacturers to.
Oh, so she's mad that RFK might remove one of the vaccines from a pharmaceutical company that's paying her to push. So she's going to be losing money. We're getting the crux of the argument is showing up here. Keep talking, Pocahontas.
Mass torts. You could make more injuries eligible for compensation even if there is no causal evidence. You could change vaccine court processes to make it easier to bring junk lawsuits. You could turn over FDA data to your friends at the law firm, and they could use it however it.
Wow. So this woman, this evil woman, literally sounds like she works for the pharmaceutical companies. She's basically out here trying to fight RFK to defend the pharmaceutical companies because she doesn't want people suing pharmaceutical companies for injuries that they have sustained from shots. She's literally sitting here fighting RFK to stop people from being able to fight back.
Benefited them. You could change vaccine labeling. You could change vaccine information rules. You could change which claims are compensated in the vaccine injury compensation program. There's a lot of ways that you can influence those future lawsuits and pending lawsuits.
That's the point.
While you are Secretary of HHS, and I'm asking you to commit right now that you will not take a financial stake in every one of those lawsuits so that what you do as Secretary will also benefit you financially down the line.
I'll comply with all the ethical guidelines.
That's not the question. You have said
You're asking me, Senator, you're asking me not to sue pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Look, no one should be fooled here. As Secretary of HHS,
man, her menopause is like kicking in. She's all like, no, I'm not.
Robert Kennedy will have the power to undercut vaccines and vaccine manufacturing across our country. And for all of his talk about follow the science and his promise that he won't interfere with those of us who want to vaccinate his kids, the bottom line is the same. Kennedy can kill off access to vaccines and make millions of dollars while he does it. Kids might die, but Robert Kennedy can keep cashing in.
No,
Senator,
kids aren't going to die. Don't worry.
I support vaccines. I support the childhood schedule. I will do that. The only thing I want is good science, and that's it.
How about then say you won't make money off what you do as Secretary of HHS?
Wait. How about you rewind time and say you wouldn't accept money? You made millions upon millions of dollars in the last 4 years shilling for the pharmaceutical companies. But now you're going to try to hold this guy accountable to the same thing you wouldn't do? Get the fuck out of here. Just get out of here. I don't want to hear it. RFK, crush it. Crush it, bro.
Before we go to Senator Tillis, I think it would be important for me to make it very clear that Mr. Kennedy has gone through the same Office of Government Ethics process.
Wait a minute. What? Wait. Does this guy's name say Mr. Crapo? What? It does. Wait a sec. This guy's name is Mr. Crapo. Guys, what? Why is he Crapo? Look at his name. What? All right. Anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to bring you guys a little meltdown from Pocahontas here. Senator Pocahontas. Yeah, they're going to try to fight. You know, they're putting up fights all over the place, but it's not going to last. There's no way they can fight the entire administration because with Pete Hegseth, everyone, Kash Patel, everyone we got in place, there's no way.